Alright, today we are going to graph systems of linear inequalities and look at their solutions. So what you need for today are two different colors, and if you have some highlighters that would make it even easier too. So I'm going to start by graphing my first of two inequalities. So when you get two or more inequalities at the same time, now it's a system. So my first one here I'm going to graph in pink, so I'm going to put a little pink dot next to it. And it says start at your y-intercept of positive 3. So here's my y-axis, there is my y-intercept. My slope says negative 2, so we're going to do negative 2 over 1, make that a fraction so that we can do our rise over our run. So our rise over run says down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. Now that I have enough points to make a line, I also need to go check and see what type of line I should be doing. And this line says just less than, that means I need to do a dashed line. So if it was an open circle on your number line, now it's a open line with our dashed. Now there's one other thing we need to do, and that's shade, because inequalities have more than one solution. They have an infinite amount. So I'm going to get a highlighter here, and I'm going to shade all of my solutions. I'm going to read it, y is less than. So here's my y-axis. Where are my y values less than this line? And that would be below it down here. So I'm going to shade the entire bottom of this line. So notice how I follow right along with that line. So that's our first one. Now let's check out my second line. So switch colors. If you have another color, and I'm going to switch over to blue. So my second line is in blue. This line starts at negative 3. So on my y-axis I go down negative 3. My slope has that ninja 1 over 1. So I need to go rise over run, up 1 over 1. So up and over, up and over. I have my extra line underneath my inequality, so that's equal to, so I can use a solid line just like I would use a solid circle. Last step, we need to do some shading. So I'm going to switch over to my highlighter here, and I need to go greater than. So let me grab the highlighter. We need to do greater than, so above the line. So here's my y-axis. I'm going to do right above that line. So I'm graphing two lines right over top of each other, but there's only one section there that actually has solutions. So I'm going to highlight those extra dark. So the overlap here, so you see this overlap where my blue and my pink hit each other, that's the solution to the entire system. So anything in blue is a solution to my second inequality. Anything in pink is a solution to my top inequality, the pink one up there. But this little section right here that overlapped is a solution to both. So that's what we're looking for. If you are looking on a multiple choice test and you're looking for the right answer and you had 4 of them, they would not even put this section or this section here. You would just be looking for the one that has this one section shaded. Alright, let's try another one. See what you can do. So my first one I'm going to do in blue this time. And it says positive 3, so I'm going to start right here. And my slope is up 1 over 1, so rise over run. Up, over, up, over. This one should have a dashed line because it's an open circle inequality. So it's an open line. And it says I need to shade below it. Y is less than. So here are my y's, here's less than my line. Alright. New one, new color. So in pink, I'm going to do my second one. This one says, start at negative 2. And it says, negative 3 over 1 is my slope. So down 3, positive 1. Or, since I'm out of room, let's do opposite of that. So up 3 and negative 1. Again, we've got that open line. So I'm going to go ahead and do the dashed. And let's switch over to our highlighter if you have one. This one says y is greater than. So here's my y-axis, here's my pink line, so I need to go above that line to find the greater than values. So anything in pink is a solution to the bottom one, anything in blue is a solution to the top one, but the system is both of them at the same time, so the place that you would find all your answers are right here. So we're going to outline that just a little bit darker so that way you know that's exactly what we were looking for. Alright, next one. Switch up to a color again. I'm going to do the first one in pink. And it says start at negative 2. So I've got a slope of negative 1 over 1. which says down 1 over 1. So down and over, just like so. Got that line right there, which means do a solid line. So a solid line just like so. If you have a highlighter, switch over it to it, because it says we need all my values less than that line. So less than, here are my less than values on my y, so I'm going to go below that line. If you have another color, switch out. And here we go. Wait, there's no y on this one. This one just has an x. So this is what we call our box. This is a vertical line. So where x is positive 2, we're going to make that solid vertical line. Now instead of looking at our y-axis, we're going to look at our x-axis. So it says x is less than 2. So here are my x values right through here. Got bigger ones here, less than ones there, so we're going to go towards the less than side. So let's outline where all of our solutions to this system are. Remember, blue is to the bottom one, pink is to the top one, but this overlap section is the solution to the system, so both of them at the same time, right through there. Alright, last one. We've got blue on, I'm going to start with that, and it says start at -1. The slope says 2/3, so that's up 2 over 3. Up 2 over 3. I'm going to keep going with this one. I'm going to do the negative form of it. So down and backwards, down and backwards. I've got that extra line, so it's equal to, so I need this solid line. Flip over to your highlighter, and let's go greater than that line. So here are my y values again, so we need the ones that are bigger than that line, the top half. Last one, switch to pink, or whatever color you're using. Oops, that was the wrong one. There we go. This says y is less than 3. So I'm going to start at 3, but I don't have a slope on this one. This one is my hoy. It has no y, or has a y but no x. So I'm going to start at 3, but then I'm going to just do a dashed line across. Do you remember why we're doing dash? It's because we don't have the or equals to here. It starts about here, but not exactly there. So open circle, open line. One last thing, switch over to your highlighter, and it says less than it. So here are my bigger y's, here are my less than y's, so let me go below that line. So anything in pink is a solution to the hoy, the bottom one. Anything in blue is a solution to the top one, but we are looking for the solution to the system, so both of them at the same time. So I am looking for this overlapping section right here. There's our answer, that little sliver. Alright, I have one more thing I want to talk to you about today, and that is what makes it a solution. So we kept talking about that overlapping area, and that's a big thing. So where are the solutions to a system of inequalities? And they are in, add this to your notes, they are in the overlapping shaded area. Or on a solid line that is bordering it. The main thing here is it's not on a dashed line. The dashed line does not mean or equal to, so it can't be on that. So let's do a couple of these. The only thing I have on these is the overlapping area, so there's more shading going on. There's more above here, there's more above here. Sorry, more above right here. There's more above right here. But we're not seeing any of that. We're just seeing that overlapping area that we made extra dark on the other side. And it says circle all the following that are solutions to the system pictured on the graph to the left. So let's see what we got. I'm going to pick a color, and I'm going to pick a different color so it shows up a little bit better. How about dark red? And let's see how this goes. So this coordinate is x and then y. So on my x-axis, I need to go over 1, and then it says down 2. So is that in the shaded area or on a solid line bordering it? And yeah, it's right on the border there of the solid line of that shaded area. So that one works. Let's try our next one, 1, 1. So over 1, up 1. Right there it is, right in our shaded area. That's perfect. Let's try the next one, -2, 1. So on my x-axis, I go over to -2, and then up 1. Again, it's on the border of that shaded area, so that's good. So basically anything here to here and above, up here, is going to be a good solution. So my next one says 3, so on my x-axis over to 3, down 2. Oh, there's our first one that is not a solution. It is not in the shaded area, so not good. All right, let's try this next one out. It says -1, -4. So what do you think? It is on a solid line, but is it near our shaded area? And the answer is this is not a solution. So the reason why is it's only working for this one line here. It's not working for this line at all. So it's a solution to one of them, but not both of them. So that means not a solution to the system. All right, let's try another one. And I'm going to switch out color too, because I don't think that was quite popping out enough there. So circle all the following that are solutions to the system again. We've got less of them this time. It says 1, 3. So x is 1, y is 3. Right there. That is great. It is in the shaded area. Next one says 3, 1. So over 3, up 1. So while that's on the border, these are dashed lines. So nothing on a dashed line can be a solution. That's not equal to, that's just less than or greater than. So that is not working because it's on the dashed line. 0, 2. So 0 and then up 2. So my y is 2, my y-intercept. So it's again on the border, but it's a dashed line, so that is not working. All right, last one. It says 3, -2. That one is definitely not in the shaded area at all. So only one of those was an answer. All right, last one. This time I have a solid line, so it's good there, and a dashed line, so it's not good there. Let's see what we've got. First one says 1, -2. So this is the toughest one on this entire page. So x is 1, y is -2. It is on a solid line on the border, but it's also on a dashed line. So it's working here, it's not working here. That means overall it's not working for the entire system. It only works for half of it. Next one says 1, 1. So over 1, up 1. Perfect. That one's great. -2, 1. So backwards 2, up 1. Definitely not in the shaded area there. Says 3, -2. So over 3, down 2. That's on a dashed line. It's on the border, but it's dashed. How about -1, -4? So x is -1, y is -4. There it is. Definitely not. Not in the shaded area at all. What about 0, 3? Here's 0 on my x-axis. Here's 3 on my y. That's the y-intercept. It's on the border, and it's on a solid line. So that one is absolutely okay. All right,